Alright guys, welcome back to Metroid Prime 2. Last time we met Metroid Prime 2, I believe we got the last of the Dark Agon Temple Keys, so now we're actually... Oh, no, we defeated Amorbis. We defeated Amorbis and got the energy of Light Agon back, and so now the rest of this part is dedicated to returning said energy to Light Agon real quick. So yeah, that's why I'm checking the map to make sure I'm going the right way. Because again, I rely on the map a lot in Prime 2, but that's only because Prime 2 is the one that is I have the least memory of. So sorry, all of you Metroid Prime 2 enthusiasts. I mean, I'm pretty sure I piss off every Metroid Prime 2 fan with every breath of or every time that I say that Prime 2 is not my favorite of the series. I'm pretty sure I piss off I piss off everybody. And I'm sorry, that's just my humble opinion. My opinion. I was about to say humble opinion, but I mean, again, there are positives to this game. I'm not saying like, oh, this is the worst Metroid game of all time and shit like that. I mean, there are positives to this game that there are things that I do like about this game. I do like the soundtrack. I like, it does, it does play exactly like Prime 1 with a few differences in terms of its structure. And, and to some extent, I like most of the major bosses. The only one that I don't really like is Chaika, and that's just because he takes forever to kill. He, she, it, I don't know. You know what I mean, though. Chaika is the only one that really kind of when I say the main bosses, I'm talking like the major ones for like all of the temples and stuff like that. So, Amorbis, Chaika, Quadraxius, the Emperor Ing, and I will count Dark Samus too. But like the smaller bosses like the Guardians, I don't really like them. I don't like the Boost Guardian. I don't like the Spider Guardian. I don't hate the Alpha Blog, but I swear to God, during that fight and that fight specifically, I feel like the dodge just straight up doesn't work. Because not only did I have a problem with it in this run through, but I remembered Some Call Me Johnny's review of this game, and he mentioned the same exact thing. So maybe it isn't just him. I don't know. Maybe it's just the two of us. We just have the same exact problem. But I didn't die to the Alpha Blog to my right. No, I didn't. I didn't die to him. I got dangerously close, but I didn't die to him. Um, I didn't. I don't like the Grapple Guardian. That's just because it took me a little bit to figure out what to do to kill him. The Bomb Guardian's harmless, and the Jump Guardian's fine. But like, for the most part, the mini bosses aren't anything to write home about. Um, I mean, I like the story. I like how the story is a little more involved this time around. It's more than just the lore that you get from scan entries and stuff like that. But again, it's just there's so much about Prime 2 that I'm just not a big fan of, I mean, it's just how I feel about this game. But yes, we've officially returned the light to Agon Waste specifically. And one detail I do really like about this game is that whenever you return the light to a region, that region becomes sunny, or has light, has sunlight, which I do like. That's a detail I really do like because it affects the environment, which is something that, to my recollection, Prime 1 never really did. Like, yeah, there were times where, like, if you drain the lava in the Magmore caverns, or the lava would stay drained, but I don't. But or like if you destroyed a wall, it stayed destroyed. But that's not what I mean. I mean, like, usually in Prime 1, to my recollection, I could be 100% wrong on this because I can't remember off the top of my head. Anytime, I guess no. When you defeat Flagra, the water in the Chozo ruins, isn't poisonous anymore. I forgot about that. The lava in the Chozo ruins isn't poisonous. Um, if you technically, I guess when you free the Metroids in the space pirate in the Phazon mines, they appear throughout the entire area. Well, not the entire area, but through a good chunk of it. I guess that could count. After Meta Ridley destroys the entrance to the impact crater, those statues stay gone. They don't respawn or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there is some environmental effect, but like, you know, this is like the clearest one, to be honest with you. It's like night and day, literally. But yeah. So actually, what we're doing right now, by the way, is we're heading back to the temple grounds to report to U-Mos about what we're doing. So yeah, So yeah. By the way, you can usually tell that I'm going back to an area because I'm backtracking to the temple grounds because I know exactly where to go. That's why I'm not checking the map right now. I don't need to check where I need to go because I know where to go to get to the temple grounds, which is kind of funny to me. I didn't realize that until I was rewatching a couple of the sessions to make sure everything was, you know, up to par for me in terms of everything. The only gripe that I am having with this Let's Play right now, and I don't know if this is just because of the AC to the AV to HDMI converter I'm using, because it is a pretty cheap one, to be honest with you, is the buzzing sound. I don't know if you can hear it because I turned down the volume in the game when I'm editing. But it's like the one thing I don't like about my converter. I don't know if it's just because it's a shitty one I bought from Walmart, so that's probably the issue. I probably just need a better one, but at the same time, I don't want to, you know, invest in that kind of thing and spend a bunch of money on something that I'd only use for like 1 or 2 Let's Plays at max. Because besides Metroid Prime 2, you know, by the way, the only reason I'm doing the GameCube version is because the Wii version, the Metroid Prime Trilogy version, isn't working for me, and I still haven't figured out why. And I honestly just gave up on that and they haven't announced a remaster of Prime 2 yet, so I doubt it's. Each day, I get more and more doubtful it's ever gonna happen because, you know, I just keep thinking maybe it just won't. I'd be really disappointed if it didn't, but it wouldn't be like, you know, oh, fucking Nintendo or anything like that. You know, I mean, I would also accept them porting this game to the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pass GameCube thingy for Switch 2. I wouldn't be opposed to that. It'd be fucking annoying because, you know, it'd be Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive and you have to have a Nintendo Switch Online account, but I already have one, so I don't mind. I don't mind, but, you know, there are some people out there who do get pissed off about that. But, I mean, if Prime 2 ends up getting on that, then that right there would probably be the indicator that we might not be getting a Prime 2 remaster, in all honesty. Oh, by the way, you have to open this in order to get to Dark Aether from here, but we don't need to go there right now. Because, for one, I think this is an area right here that kind of requires the light suit, if I remember right, where if you go in here, your health drains like a motherfucker. Like, even if you have the dark suit on, if you have the dark suit, it drains fast. Meaning that you should probably come back here when you have the light suit. Or no, you need to. Because there was one thing I didn't mention back in Dark Aether. There are some, like, I don't know what they're called. I don't remember what they're called, but they're like gas breathers, gas spreaders. I forgot what they're called. They're latched onto the wall and they spew out dark gas or whatever. That's kind of like but like when I did encounter it for a little bit back at the Agon Waste, where, excuse me, when I walked through it, Samus's health dropped like crazy fast, but it was only for a temporary section. It was only for a few seconds, so it wasn't a big deal. But in that area, you know, you'd be there for a long time because there's a puzzle there that requires you to use the Echo Visor and the Annihilator Beam, but which we don't have either of right now. So I don't know why I'm telling you all this until, you know, but I do remember this area because I remember dying there because I went in there too early thinking, you know, maybe there's something in here I can get. And no, there wasn't, because, you know, I didn't have the light suit, and I just ended up getting myself killed. But I think it was my first playthrough anyway, so I do remember that. That's the only reason I remember it. Besides that, I don't remember shit. But, but there is one part of this game that I'm not looking forward to. And if you've played this game, you probably know what you probably know what I'm talking about. I lost my train of thought because my dog just broke into my fucking room. Like, what was I saying? There is a part of this game that I'm not looking forward to, and it's the hunt for the Sky Temple keys. And it's exactly what it sounds like. If you played Prime 1, it's the hunt for the... It's essentially the same as the Chozo artifacts back in Prime 1. But it's worse, because it's... If I remember correctly, you can't really get most of them until after you restore the energy to Agon, Torvus, and the Sanctuary Fortress. And the hints are pretty vague. And you have to use the Dark Visor in order to find an enemy that is hidden in every area. Like, you have to use the Dark Visor. At least with Prime 1, it was pretty easy to get them along your way. But I believe in this game, almost all of them are completely out of your way, and so you're better off just waiting until the very end to get them all. What was I saying? I got interrupted. So now, actually, we are going to our second area of the game, the Torvus Bog. And in all honesty, I actually kind of like Torvus as an environment, and I also like its theme. Like, I like its theme song, but I never really had any issues with Torvus. I mean, yeah, I mentioned that I don't like fighting Chaika, but besides that, I kind of like Torvus. Honestly, it's probably the... actually, no, I'm wrong. It's not the most varied area. That honor goes to the Sanctuary Fortress, which I do like. Despite some structural things, I think the Sanctuary Fortress, in terms of its aesthetic, is probably my favorite in this game. But mainly because it's so radically different, and it's a nice varied environment compared to, you know, the Agon Wastes and the Temple Grounds and the Torvus Bog. I mean, I think it's pretty varied. I mean, it's kind of an extreme jump, to be honest with you, because you go from, like, you know, a swamp or, you know, a desert-like area to fucking sci-fi. You know, it's a pretty big jump, to be honest with you. But besides that, I like it. Go back. You need to scan that. He's not going to scan it. Something tells me I'm going to realize it, like, right when I go down that elevator. Yep. I swear. Well, the problem with that enemy specifically is that it's kind of hard to tell that if you scanned it or not. At least to me, I couldn't tell. Yeah, so here's me. I think this is me realizing it. Yep, and I turn right back around. Idiot. That's all I have to say. Hold on, forgot my keys. It's the orb enemies that you don't like scanning. Yeah, these guys, you gotta scan one. No. No, go. You're in the right room. Yeah, I know, Jasmine. Jasmine, I know. I'm an idiot. Jasmine, chill. Oh, right, you're deaf. You can't hear me. Jasmine, I know. This guy's an idiot. He got it. I got it. Chill. I got the scan log. Honestly, I don't even think she cares about what I'm talking about, but it'd be funny as hell if she did. It's like, it's right there, you idiot. I do kind of like, though, is that the temple grounds, essentially, when you go to whatever respective area you go to, you know, essentially, you have to go this path. You have to go a particular path, and you're basically locked into a different region of the temple grounds, which I kind of do find kind of cool. It's annoying for backtracking purposes, but still pretty cool overall. Yeah, yep, there you go. Scan. There you go. The Dark Age, like Doom the Dark Ages? I'm just kidding. I actually did start playing. I actually did play a little bit of that. I haven't finished it. I kind of stopped playing for some reason. I need to get back into it. And it's great. I actually really do like it. I mean, it's great to play. Pretty easy though, surprisingly. Like I think I only had like not even, no, I haven't died yet. I mean, unless we're counting using the revival sigils to to save your ass when you die, then yeah, I'll count that. But I mean, I've done that a few times, but I haven't like died. Like I haven't gotten a game over. So I mean, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I mean, I know to some people it's a bad thing. But, I mean, to me, I guess it's pretty good, considering that, you know, that means that, yeah, it's the ink claws. If I walk through, I think if I walk into the gas, it causes me to lose health much faster. But you have to be, like, really close. Well, luckily I don't demonstrate. Oop. Oh, these guys from, Prime 1 are back. Even though technically they're not in Prime, they're not the same ones. They're different, and they're dark. Every time I mention, like, the dark enemies, I always think of the fucking South Park, The Stick of Truth, where they mention, like, dire wolves and dire bears. Where it's like, you know what a dire bear is? It's a bear, only it's dire. It's like, I feel like I'm doing that whenever I describe a dark enemy in this game. Okay. So this puzzle, I kind of overcomplicate things for a split second, but I think I realized my mistake when I'm going back through. Yeah, I then remembered what this puzzle is. So essentially what you want to do is you want to choose this one. What you want to do is you want to go to this one first. Like, you want to go to at least one of these two first. I would assume you want to go to that one first, then do that one, and then maybe I still overcomplicated things, but I don't know. But you want to do it like this, essentially, because you need to hit them with a bomb on all four. Yeah, right there. As soon as I learn how to bomb jump. There we go. And yeah, that's to activate the lift. But once I get down, which I'm just going to sit here for a second, mainly because I'm trying to heal. But once I get on the lift, first off, we have a free light orb that follows us, so we don't have to worry about taking damage. And for this section, you know, all you have to do is just shoot. As soon as I learn what the shoot button is. But yeah, all you have to, yeah, you don't have to do anything. I mean, besides defend yourself from these guys swarming you. But all you have to do is just mash the shoot button when you see them coming towards you. I think what I was trying to do was scan at least one of them, but you don't have to do that. I didn't have to do that. I already scanned like a bunch of them. But yeah, you basically just got a free health restore. You know, if I didn't suck and let myself get hit like several times, but you know what? That's besides the point. I have also a really bad habit. This is specifically with the dark suit on, when I have the dark suit, is not realizing that I'm not actually in a light barrier until like the very second I've just noticed that my hand is... Because it's kind of hard for me to notice that Samus's hand is emitting the purple thingy to indicate that you're taking damage. Like, I don't notice that right from the start. Okay, no, don't you dare fall off. Oh, no, you do want to fall off. Okay, never mind. about to say, like, isn't there a door that's green and you can't get through it? Oh, those guys got corrupted. I didn't even notice. Oh, no, wait, no, we can't say corrupted, not because that's not until Metroid Prime 3. I think I got my beams mixed up again, because I always do that. Or my missiles and morph ball button mixed up. And since this is me we're talking about, I refuse to change the button layout. And yeah, by the way, that's what you can still use the light beam despite being out of ammo, because you just have to charge it though. So that's why I would still recommend getting ammo for it when possible. But at least the developers were nice enough to give you a way to use whatever beam you ran out of ammo for, as long as you just charge it. At least you can still use it for puzzle purposes. But again, I mean, why do that in the first place? I'd rather... No! I think I didn't realize what I did until after the prompt popped up. I didn't... What was I saying? I mean, if they're still going to give me a way to fire off a beam anyway, despite not having ammo for it, then, to be honest with you, what's the point of the ammo count? I mean, that's my thing. You know, if you're going to give me a way to not lose ammo, if you're going to give me a way to use it after running out of ammo for it, then why the ammo count in the first place? I should have to just worry about using the right beam at the right time. But, I mean, I already went into this can of worms back when we first got the light and dark beams. But again, I'm just saying, if you're going to make me worry about an ammo count, then you should make it to where I can't use the beams at all. And not have... But, I mean, when I run out of missiles, I can't just hold the missile button and restore a missile. Well, wait, I say that, but then I remember Metroid Other M does that, technically. When you run out of missiles, you can use Samus's, what you call it. I forgot what it was called, focus. And for some reason, it just recharges your missiles. To this day, I still don't know how the hell that works. I don't get it, but... to this day, I still try to figure out how the hell that works. I mean, I know the power suit is connected to Samus in terms of, like, her body and mind and all that crap. But, again, this is one of those things where it's like, I don't understand how the missiles would just magically respawn because Samus focused. That doesn't make sense to me. But, I mean, I guess I just don't get it, and whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not important. Like, I know the immediate thing to say is, Caleb, it's a video game. Shut up. Where am I going? Those things scary. The way I said that just reminded me of South Park: The Stick of Truth, where Jesus, is a summonable item in that game, or summon in that game. But he says that he's like, the Lord is with you, my son, except for boss fights. They're scary. What the fuck? Damn it, forgot my keys. I just realized I am not connected to the internet. What the fuck? Why am I not connected to my Wi-Fi? Whatever, I'll fix it in a minute. It's not that important. I just noticed that. I was just like, wait, why am I not connected to the internet? Who the fuck broke my internet? Fuck. Alright, that was just a hydrogen bomb. That was just a hydrogen bomb to a coughing baby. What the fuck, man? Like, I had no reason to use that missile. Alright, what am I doing? So clearly I forgot something. Oh, I think I figured it out. Oh, I think I remember what I forgot. No. I figured it out, but I don't think past me figured it out. I was wondering why there was still 4 minutes left of the part whenever I showed up to Torvis. Because I know I end the part by getting to Torvis' save room. There it is. Yeah, so yeah, that was what I was missing, because that's all for a scan log and a shortcut. So yeah, in case I have to back... Don't charge that, you idiot! My genius is... I sometimes amaze myself with it. Alright. Alright, yeah, but that was all that was for. It was just for a shortcut, essentially, and a scan lore. Or a scan log, sorry. Yeah, same fucking thing, I guess. I'll come to bed in a minute. Chill! Ah, at least let me finish this. I gotta render it out and edit it. Whatever. I doubt they can even hear you in the first place. Yeah, maybe they can. I usually apply noise reduction and to this, so she may not get picked up this time. Yeah, there's a scan log. I keep doing that scan log that I get missed again. Even though technically I had ample opportunity for that one too, so. Nope. Also, I'm pretty sure Metroid Prime 1 is the only game where you have to scan that pickups in order to get the logbook filled. You don't have to do it in this game. Or Prime 3. Well, that works too. And then those... The hidlings? Okay. And then you want to go in here. And we got our save room for Torvis, or one of our save rooms for Torvis Bog. Yeah, by the way, when you destroy those, don't walk into them. But, you know me. I'm a genius. I give myself a headache sometimes. Alright, well... I think that's going to do it for this part of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. The next time we meet in Metroid Prime 2, we're going to start exploring the Torvis Bog, trying to find the Dark Temple keys and any upgrades that we need to actually defeat the next boss and restore the light to it. So see you guys next time for more Metroid Prime 2, and take care.